Hi everyone, Emma here. Take a look at this delicious bracelet. So this was a free project. It's called the Mix It Up Treasure Bracelet from Jill Wiseman. So I guess this was a design that she had um, for years and years, and I guess you could buy the pattern or the instructions to the pattern, and she decided to give it to us last week. So when I saw the stuff that she did, now she used like pearls and different things like that, and she has a whole bunch that she shows you at the beginning of the video, and then she shows you how to make this. So I thought that I was so inspired by it. I get so excited when I see anything from Jill Wiseman. So I decided to try these lovely um, I think they're called candy beads, but I call them cereal beads. They look like Fruit Loop cereal. So let's take a look. I'm just going to close the door. I think my wife's having a nap and I heard her move around when I started talking, so I thought I better close the door. So this is it is super heavy, as you can imagine, but it is amazing. So let me just show you so she did mention she used toggle clasps on some of her older designs, and she did mention that she suggests you use the slide magnetic clasp, and that's what I did, and it works amazing. So let me get in there. And I'm able to get it on and off pretty easily on my wrist with that. So the other thing she suggested, so you use a square stitch. And you know what's funny? I've seen square stitch before, and I think I've tried it once or twice. Now, when I was just starting out, my stitches were not very like um, close together. So I never understood the appeal of square stitch because I could always see threads, right? And the beads were all wonky and stuff. But as you can see, I've mastered it. It looks pretty amazing. So she shows you examples of the different sizes or like widths of bead. So I'll show you these here. These are Toho 8s Gold Line Rainbow Crystal. And I got this from Bead, and they're 50-gram bags. Yeah, it says right there, 50-gram bags. So you can see this is the first time I've used these beads, and 50-gram bags are usually pretty full. So I used a few, but not, maybe I would say probably maybe 10 grams, 10 to 12 grams I used on it. You can also use 6O beads as well, and I think Jill gives you an example of that. These are incredible, these beads. You should have saw it, like you can kind of see it here. It's got this gold, but the crystal part of it, it has a rainbow AB. It looks amazing. I don't know if you can see that, but so yeah, I've been dying to use these beads in a design and I haven't been able to. The only sad part is you don't see it. So I did that, and I've got the class. That was one of her suggestions. One of the things I did differently. So first of all, I did there's 2, 4, 6, 7. So I did 7 across. So she has some examples of 5 across as well as 7 across, and then the different size beads. So in this pattern, when you go to add these guys, you alternate. So you kind of have to have an uneven number. So 5, 7, that kind of thing. Because on the first row, you're going to go the first one, then jump to the third one, and then skip another and go. So you're alternating every one. So then on the second row, you're going to go on the, what did we say we did? Like if you did the first third on the first row, then you would go the second and the fourth and the sixth on the second row. So it nestles perfectly. Like you would think, like if you kind of pull it apart, like separate them, you can still see space, but when you go like that, they nestle perfectly. So at the beginning, what I did was Let me see if it's this side. There was one side I did perfectly where I went through. So I added a row of white beads on the first side because I knew that I was going to be dealing with the clasp. And but I think even if you had these dangly bits, it wouldn't matter. But it works out either way. So you can start right away with your whatever your special bead is. So she does 4 beads, whatever your accent bead is, and then 4 beads. What I did, because these 11O white seed beads are small enough that the candy beads go over top of them, I just strung on 10 beads and the candy bead and then did the weave. So so they stick out a little more and have like more movement in. It's so delicious. Don't eat them. So you can see this is amazing. Oh, so what else can I tell you? So these candy beads, I got them at Shipwreck Beads. And a few people have asked, every time I bring them out, people ask. I do have another video where I did, I think it was like a stretch bracelet with it. So this is what they look like when you get them in a plastic container like this. And let's see if I can find some information. So they are called Ring Candy Mix. I'll put the link directly to Shipwreck for these in this video. Oh, there, glass ring loose. Yeah, they've got a couple of names there. Anyway, these are 32 O's. Okay, 60 grams. That's what I was looking for. So I'll show you how much I use. So this is 60 grams. I have this much left. And I made another bracelet, not like this one, but another bracelet that probably used around this amount of beads. So you get enough to, if you're looking to make this bracelet. And let me tell you, it's heavy. But you know what? I put it on this morning and I was wearing it all morning. My wrist feels heavy, but it's so much fun. So it is a little bit fiddly to get it on. See if I can slide that on. You might need some help. I'm finding, for the most part, I need help with stuff anyway. So that's what it looks like. So one of the things she mentioned about this, using this clasp, is when you start adding this many beads, with yours, you're going to be adding, or if you do one like hers, you're going to be adding pearls. It's still going to be heavy, probably not as heavy as this. But she said when you're wearing it, this is what happens. When she had the toggle, you'd slide and you're constantly flipping your bracelet over during the day. But I did find that this, if my hand's down and it's not gonna flip. So what else did I tell you? Okay, seed beads. Let's talk about the seed beads. Let's see if we can get this off. I actually found that getting off was harder than, because I don't want to tug on it either. So let's see if we can get that finger in there. Yeah. Wow. I managed to get it off before, but there we go. I just got to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, so this is the seed beads I used. They were the white. These are just called white. I got this at Michael's. It's 23 grams, and they are Czech. There it is. Czech seed beads. 11 O's. 23 grams. I've never used this tube before, only for this bracelet, and that's what I had left. I went and searched through all my stuff to find more beads because I thought for sure I was going to need more, but look at that. So it's funny that it didn't use all of this, but it used a whole bunch of seed beads. Oh my God, this is so much fun. So I'm gonna try and find some wacky beads to do this bracelet with again. So join me in the challenge to have the craziest bracelets. I'd love to see. Here's the challenge. If you make one of these bracelets, send me an email with a picture and I will do a video showing everybody's designs, and we'll do a shout out to Jill Wiseman for being such an amazing person and an amazing bead community person. She's always doing some wonderful things. I have a package coming from her soon. She did. She got a whole bunch of shipment of Czech glass beads from her trip, and it was being shipped. So she did like I don't know what, a treasure purchase or something like that, where I think there was a $25 one and a $50 one. So I did the $50 one and ordered a few other things. So that should be coming soon. But that, again, like she's always doing stuff like that, getting us great deals, like going there to pick out the beads. Like, I'm so there. So thanks for joining me. I just wanted to show you this. I was like going nuts. If you want, I can show you how I did this. This is her design, so I don't want to infringe on her design. Definitely, I will put the link to her video. You know what? Sometimes at the beginning, because she's showing you different things, it seems like it takes a little bit of time to get to the instruction. But anytime I've watched a video of hers, I go through everything she says, and it's amazing the information she gives us. There's so many tips and tricks that you miss out on if you skip through that. Um, you know, there's no knots in this bracelet. Do you believe it? It's incredible. She shows you how to finish and start a thread, and it's basically going through and nothing comes out. Amazing. I just love it. No knots. So there you go. Take care, everybody. Bye.